Hi guys, welcome back to Tinsley Trials. Today is, it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe this. Like 6 weeks ago, we were at 100 subscribers, and this morning it rolled over to 300. And in 6 weeks to experience that amount of growth on the channel has just been mind-boggling. So first of all, thank you. It's so cool to know that there's 300 of you guys out there watching me and experiencing all of this craziness I have going on the channel. I know sometimes I don't quite get things posted when I want to. Like, I didn't post a video yesterday because I was anticipating the 300 and I wanted to get this video up instead. And so I didn't post a video yesterday, but it was Wednesday, so there should have been a video, and so much of that is because of school and my schedule with school, because I'm a music student. And I feel guilty about that sometimes because I know you guys are wanting to see the videos, but I'm hoping, because this is what I would want as a viewer, like when I watch other people's channels a lot, and I know their schedule, I do get a little disappointed when they don't post something, but I've seen the product of a rushed YouTuber where it's like, oh, they didn't have any ideas, obviously, because this is not a great video or it's super short. This always happens. I try and wear earrings and my ears are like, no, and then I have to take them out. But it's just like the editing was rushed, or the idea doesn't seem like fully rounded, and so then you're like, this is not as good as their regular videos. So I never want to do that to you guys. So if I ever post on Thursday instead of Wednesday, or Sunday instead of Friday, or whatever, that's why. I'd rather just like take my time. Anywho, I digress. So since we are celebrating 300 subscribers, I thought that I would do a Q&A video. I did, for 100 subscribers, I did a giveaway, and that went really, really well. I was really pleased with how that worked out, and everyone was super kind, and it was a lot of fun. So I will be doing another giveaway, not for 300 subscribers, but for 500 subscribers. And I saw 200 subscribers worth of growth in 6 weeks. So probably before the end of the year, we'll hit 500 subscribers and we'll be able to do that giveaway. And I am so excited for that. I'm already like stockpiling things that I want to give you guys. And I'm really excited for the next milestone. So I hope you are too. But in celebration of this milestone, I asked you guys on all sorts of social medias to hit me up with questions that you wanted answers for. And I do have my cell phone here, and I'm going to answer those questions that you guys asked me. And if there aren't as many questions, or there's some questions I'm not comfortable answering, I might slip in questions like from the internet or whatever. And yeah, so I'm gonna grab my phone and we'll get right to it. Okay, so I got my cell phone out. I do have an iPhone, in case you're curious. Okay, so this question comes from Dolly, and her question is basically, what's the best tips I have for foundation for newbies? She says she's 25 and fails at doing makeup, but it's time to learn. So foundation tips for beginners. 100% set your foundation and prime your face before you put on foundation. That totally changed my makeup game. The first foundation primer I ever used was from Too Faced, and I remember like figuring out how good that made my foundation, and I was just like sold. And then as far as setting your foundation, I've only started doing that recently, like in the last like 6 months, and it's really changed my foundation because of like how oily I am. Oh my gosh, setting your foundation changes your life. I set with powder and spray. So if you want to know my favorites at the drugstore, favorite drugstore primers right now are these two. This is the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. It'll run you about $11, but this stuff is crazy. I know it's expensive for the drugstore, but I am not even kidding when I say this stuff is like high-end quality primer. And then my other favorite primer is actually a primer water. It's the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist, and it has 12-hour power. It's made with coconut oil, or not coconut oil, it has coconut electrolytes milk, water, something in it. And then it's oil free. And this is a setting spray as well. So primer and setting spray in one. It's $8 and available at Walmart. And then as far as setting sprays goes, this is basically the only one I use. There's also the one from Tarte that I occasionally use, but mostly this is pretty much it. Okay, these next questions come from Jenna. She has 3 questions, and I don't mind answering all of them. It says, if you could be best friends with one YouTuber, who and why? Oh, only one? Okay, so I'm going to pick a beauty YouTuber and then like a vlogger. Okay, cool. So a beauty YouTuber, I would pick Laura Lee. And she's Laura88Lee on YouTube. And, or is that her Instagram name? I don't know. It's Laura Lee. Laura Lee, you'll find her. And she's got like over 1 million subscribers. I think she's approaching 2 million, to be honest with you. I'm not sure of her exact number. But Laura is from the South, and she's moved to California to pursue YouTube full time. And she's just like down home Southern girl. She's super funny. She reminds me a lot of myself and my friends. And also she's super passionate about makeup and beauty and things like that. So I think probably her in the beauty community. And then as far as like vloggers, YouTube overall, Casey Neistat seems like a really passionate guy. And I mean, if you can't, I mean, to be a daily vlogger, you would have to be crazy passionate. But then also he always doing the hustle. He's always doing something, going somewhere, speaking someplace, doing a new project. Like, Casey's got his hands in so many different buckets, like just trying to like piece the idea of what he wants his life to be like together. And like that kind of motivation, like those are the kind of people I like to hang out with, because I have so much stuff going on. And when you hang out with people who are motivated and work hard, like you in turn usually become more motivated and work harder. Like I firmly believe that you act like the people that you are around. And that's why I have some of the best people in my life, is because I work hard and I basically have 3 jobs. I go to school, I work part-time, and I do YouTube. Plus I'm married, and it's just like, it's a lot. But I hang out with really amazing people because they inspire me to keep working hard. And yeah, so Casey Neistat and Laura Lee. And then it says, what do you wish to gain from your YouTube channel? And I think a lot of people assume the answer to this is like fame or like riches. And that's not it at all. What I want to gain is a cultural thing. I want there to be a cultural norm of, 1, plus size women being considered beautiful and successful and ambitious. I want that to be a thing. And sometimes people hold it against us that we are big, that we're big girls, that we are somehow unhealthy or whatever. Like, you're not my doctor. You don't know my blood work. I could be healthier than you and you wouldn't know, but you're assuming otherwise because of my size. And I want there to be no stigma surrounding plus size people, not just women, but plus size people. I work hard every single day, and most people I know work hard every single day, even the plus size people in my life. And I also didn't know of any plus size beauty gurus really when I started YouTubing. And so I really want there to be someone out there for women who are plus size, or men who are plus size who are interested in makeup. Someone who's out there making videos, being positive, just like uplifting people and encouraging them, and like, you're beautiful. I think you're beautiful. I hope you do too. And when I watched beauty videos, I got so frustrated because all of them were very, very thin and like brunette, and it was just like almost carbon copies of each other sometimes. And for me, that's not what it's about. I don't need like these carbon copy people telling me how to do makeup. I want someone with like this crazy personality who I relate with, who like looks like me, who has similar experiences. I want to follow YouTubers who I think we could be friends. You know what I mean? And so I'm not saying you can't be thin and brunette to follow, for me to follow you. I mean, obviously I just said Laura Lee is like who I would be best friends with if I could be best friends with a YouTuber. And she is fairly short. I don't know how tall she is. I would assume she's like probably not taller than like 5'5". And I'm 5'10" and I'm plus size. I'm like, I don't think that actual size has anything to do with it, but I really, really, really wanted there to be someone out there doing makeup on YouTube who looked like me. I wanted that so bad. And then I was like, wait, why don't you just do it yourself? So I did, and that's why I'm here. If that makes any sense, did I answer that question? I mean, I guess, I think so, in my way, I guess. And then it says tacos or burritos. At home, tacos, because I make chicken tacos with like this corn salsa and they're bomb. But at Chipotle, burritos, 100%. All the way. Okay, and then this question comes from Instagram, and it says, what made you want to start your YouTube channel? I feel like we maybe just covered that. But also, along with the whole there wasn't anyone out there that looked like me thing, I was also super frustrated because every time I watched a beauty tutorial, like, the person doing their makeup was, like, for me to have all those products would be like $300. And it didn't seem like anybody really specialized in drugstore makeup. And I know we haven't done any, like, drugstore makeup tutorials a lot lately. I mean, I did the one for Milani, like, what, a week and a half ago? I don't know. And, I try to do a lot of drugstore stuff. In fact, predominantly what's on my face today is drugstore. But, I mean, even in real life, I wear a lot of drugstore makeup, so I really wanted to, like, know more about it. And I couldn't find anyone that specialized in drugstore makeup, so I'm like, okay, I'll go be plus size and or fat or whatever you want to call me, and do my makeup with drugstore products and make a YouTube channel. So, okay. And then if you could collab with any YouTuber, who would it be? Okay, if I could collab with any YouTuber, it would be Carissa, I think I'm pronouncing her name right, from Fat Girl Flow. And her channel is all about body positivity and like plus size clothing and vlogging, and sometimes she does beauty stuff and closet hauls. Like, she has like plus size hauls, sometimes beauty stuff, and then whatever. And like, she's based out of Kansas also, and she's based out of, I think, Lawrence, Kansas, if I'm correct. And like, I am dying. I'm like, I want to meet her so bad, because like, girl, we would get along. So if you happen to like know her in real life, Carissa, Fat Girl Flow, if you know her, be like, there's this girl, she does makeup, she's from Kansas, she's plus size, she's body positive, you guys should do a collab, because like, I am dying to do a collab with her. Okay? Okay. Thank you. And also, like, why would I not want to do a collab with her? Because like, my dream collab with her, it's like we both go to Torrid together, we do a collective haul, and then she like lets me do a makeup look on her or something. Like, I don't know. Like, or maybe we sit down and have coffee and like be angry fat women together. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. But I hope that one day we get to do it, because life goals. Real life goals, folks. It's rough. Okay, this question is, have you ever watched anime? If so, which is your favorite? So my husband, Brad, if you didn't know, I am married. That's what the ring is for. My husband, Brad, is actually really into anime. And I watched a little bit of anime before I not met Brad, because I've known Brad since I was 5. But like, before Brad and I started dating, I'd watched a little bit of anime, but now I've watched a lot of anime. But by far, I think my favorite anime is still Angelic Lair or Fruits Basket or Fruba. Oh wait, but then there's Chobits. Chobits. All the way, Chobits. Okay. If you could travel anywhere in time or space, where would you go? Wow, that's a really good question. Time or space. If I can go anywhere in time or space, I think I might just like go back to when I was graduating high school. Because I've had a really weird adventure with school. I've attended 3 schools of higher education. I started out at a Division I school in Southeast Kansas, and then I moved to a community college for 3 years on scholarship, and then now I'm at Emporia State. And my first year of college was just really, really rough. I made really poor decisions. It's nobody's fault but my own. And I wish that I would have told myself to go to a community college first and stay home. And I think if I had made that decision, that Brad and I would still be together, because I mean we were just really good friends. We got out of high school and I just went off to college, and then like when I came back, like we were still friends. You know what I mean? So like I don't think that it would have changed what happened with Brad and I. But I think maybe we would have started dating sooner. But other than that, yeah, it changed me a lot who I am today. But I really do think that I maybe should have stayed home initially instead of going off to school, because like then I wouldn't have wasted my parents' money, and I don't know. But they only paid for that 1 year. It was not good. Okay. Okay, and then this is probably the last question I'm going to answer, because I think it's going to take me a long time to answer it. The question is, do you think you and Brad will have any children? Or it says you and your husband, but you and Brad have any children? And that's kind of a complicated answer. I guess I could choose not to answer, but I don't think that's very fair. The only questions I didn't answer were ones I thought would be like inappropriate, so no. But Brad and I do want children, but when I was 21 years old, I was diagnosed with uterine fibroids, which are benign masses that grow and are attached to your uterus. And I grew them in multiples. So like I had 4, and I was diagnosed December of 2013. Or early January of 2014, doesn't matter. And I was 21, and I had 4 then, and they were very large, and I waited almost 4 months for surgery to have them removed, and surgery was very, very extensive. And I was then put on a hormonal birth control to try and control my hormones in an effort to prevent them from reoccurring. And I thought we were fine. And then in July of 2015, about 6 weeks after Brad and I had gotten married, they were back. And I was given the same diagnosis. And my surgeon was very, very worried. These are not super common in young women, and especially not women that haven't had children. And I was very, very sick. They like I said, they're not cancerous. They made sure they went back over the pathology from my 2014 surgery before they did my second surgery in August of 2015. And it was very, very scary, because they were unsure of whether or not I had this very, very rare form of cancer, and I didn't. My fibroids are not cancerous, but the fact that they came back so quickly, like within a year, less than a year and a half, like 16 months or something, it was very, very fast. The fact that they were back that fast was a very bad sign that I could have that cancer, and like basically no one survives that cancer. And so, I'm this 23-year-old girl, and my surgeons were scared for me. And I mean, of course I was too. And so I had surgery again, and the type of surgeries I had are called myomectomies. It's just the removal of those tumors. But it's very, very hard on not only my body, but like my reproductive system when I had those surgeries. So after I had my second surgery, I was given a dosage of a hormone suppressant. So it suppressed my hormones in hopes that my fibroids would not return, but it also stops like your cycle completely. And it was supposed to only last for 3 months, and in December I was supposed to like start getting my cycles back and things were going to be regular and all those things. And it's been 10 months since my cycles were supposed to return, and they have not. And sometimes that happens with women who have this injection, and sometimes it means infertility. Even though I had 2 surgeries to maintain my fertility, if that makes sense. And it's been a very, very long road. Brad and I would love to be parents, but it may not be in the cards for us after a lot of really hard work and a lot of struggle and those things. And I don't know why I chose to go into that detail and tell you that. Maybe just so it's a little more transparent who I am and where I'm coming from. I'm surprised you guys didn't ask about my pets, but I guess you guys see them in my videos sometimes, so I mean, you know, whatever, it's fine. But Brad is incredible. I mean, he knew that, like, we started dating in 2011. I was diagnosed in 2014-ish. And the first time, and I mean, he was given, I told him, you know, like, I understand, like, if you don't think that you can, like, get around this, because, like, I know you want to be a dad and all this stuff. And he was just amazing. He's always been amazing. And I know you guys haven't met him. Maybe, I mean, there's pictures of him on my Instagram and whatever, but if you ever want to see what he looks like, just go find my Instagram. But he's not ever been in a video. He probably won't be in a video for a very, very long time. Maybe I'll get him to agree, like, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, Brad will be in a video with me or something. But, no. So, I mean, that's why that's kind of a complicated answer. So we would love to have children, but we just don't know right now whether we'll be able to. And, I mean, that's okay. It's something I've been, you know, wrapping my mind around for a really long time. So hopefully one day we get the chance to be parents. But if that doesn't happen, you know, there are a lot of ways to have a family in this world. And there are a lot of wonderful children out there who may want to be adopted. And there's always the option to adopt children. And we would absolutely love to adopt children if that's the way we want to have a family, you know, or have to have a family. We would probably look into adoption even if we did have biological children. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. This video is probably going to be like 25 minutes long because I'm super chatty and sorry about that. But anywho, I can't thank you guys enough. Like, mind is like blown right now about 300 subscribers, like 200 subscribers in 6 weeks. What? Like, that's just like mind-boggling. So I'm really, really honored that you guys spend your time with me a couple times a week and that you choose me of all people to hang out with. So again, I'm Morgan, this is Tinsley Trials, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!